Hello guys, it's shrimp time here, and today we got another video about shrimp keeping. My friends, I'm very excited about today's topic because I think it's very important topic. We are going to talk about the way to increase survival rate of our young shrimplets, of our youngest shrimps in our aquarium, in our shrimp tank. I hope that this video will help you a bit to keep more and more healthy shrimps in your tank. But at the beginning, you need to remember that most of the important rules about keeping shrimp tanks, the 10 most important rules, are mentioned in my another video, which you should got the link in the upper right corner. And today we will go a bit deeper, concentrating especially on our young shrimps. So if you want to start this problem, start with the video about keeping shrimps, those top 10 important rules, and afterwards watch this video. So at the beginning, the very important thing about keeping the survival rate of our young shrimp is to have a nice green wall of algae on the glasses. I know that many people can disagree with me, can tell me that this wall don't look so nice, isn't so good for our beautiful shrimp tanks. But if you keep shrimps for a while, if you have some more experience with shrimps, you will notice that a lot of shrimplets will fit on this wall, will spend their time on this wall most of their childhood, of their first months. This is because the surface of this algae is rich in biofilm, and the algae itself is a very good food source for the shrimplets. Another important factor to remember is to get enough food and good food distribution for the shrimplets. So many of you use pellet food, and I hear a lot of opinions that the best food are the food types, the food pellets that won't crack in the tank, that will stay in one piece in the tank, because they don't pollute the tank, they don't make the tank dirty. I cannot agree with this type of thinking. You need to remember that even in 10 gallons tank, the little shrimplet is in a very big place comparing the size of the shrimplet. So the shrimplet won't be able to get to the full food source all the times. You can even see in this picture that some of the little shrimplets ignore the food, and I use very good food because I use HWA. And I know this is a great food from Bente, from Shrimp Sanctuary. And even though this food is great because it turns apart into little particles, and as you can see, the shrimps feed on the sides of the pellet and near to the pellet, some of the shrimplets will not get to the food. This problem is even bigger if you will use the pellet that won't tear apart in the tank and will stay as one hard solid. In that time, only the adult shrimps will feed on that food. You need to remember that if you are putting a food into the healthy shrimp tank and you got a bit of those shrimps in the tank, then the adults won't let little shrimplets to feed on this food. This is why I think another important food source is a specially grinded food for little shrimplets. This food usually can go to each part of the tank with no problem. This way, there is a big amount of surface covered with the food. The shrimplets can get to the food much more easier, and there is very low risk that the fight between the adult shrimps will enable the shrimplets to get to the food source. So, in my opinion, it is very, very important thing to make the feeding of shrimplets easy. Despite the rules that you got in the video I mentioned, this is the second most important rule. So, how to make this food even more available for the shrimplets. So you can use different types of additions of add-ons to your tank that will help to develop the biofilm. Usually I used to use the addition like Benibachi B-Max, SL Aqua Magic Powder, but nowadays I develop my own formula that will enhance the growth of biofilm, of bacteria, of yeast in the tank, and I use that my own formula. Those products are very important because they enhance the growth of biofilm not only on the products themselves but on the whole surface of the tank. They also have some enzymes which are very important for shrimps, especially for the shell development. You can use also another products that will dissolve, not dissolve, that will be eaten by bacteria, by fungus, by yeast in the tank. The cheapest and easiest way to achieve that is using some sort of leaves. You can use catalpa leaves, you can use banana leaves, and during the time those leaves will be in the tank, they will be eaten by bacteria, and the bacteria will create a biofilm, and shrimps, especially little shrimplets, can feed on that biofilm and have very nice surface to feed on. So you can also use quite popular nowadays Lubao. I know there are some controversial opinions about Lubao, but I think that in future I will make a little video trying to explain some of these opinions that were shown online. As you can see, a lot of people use Lubao, so I think it's a quite good product. Another important factor, another important thing which will enhance the survival rate of the shrimps, of the shrimplets especially, is keeping plants in your tank. It is important to get some plants to your tank because they have some beneficial way to make an influence in your tank. First of all, they make additional surface for the development of biofilm of the shrimp food. Secondly, the plants can be a place, especially mosses and this type of plants, they can be the place that shrimplets can hide from adults, that the place that they can feed on without any disturbance. Another important thing about plants is that they use some of the micro and macro elements that can be harmful for the shrimps. Not only they use the nitrogen, the phosphorus in the tank, but also they can use some of the metals like some of the heavy metals that can be very harmful for the shrimps. So this is why you need to, you don't need to, but it can be very beneficial for your tank if you will keep some plants in your tank. You need to remember as well that the plants can give shade, and not every shrimp like to have a very light place to feed on, to live. So these are the main advices that I can give to you to enhance the survival rate of your shrimps. Of course, there are some obvious ones that you need to keep your water parameters on good levels, that you need to do water changes, that you need to keep your temperature in your tank at a good level. And all of them I will agree, but you got that advices in my video about top 10 rules in keeping shrimps. As you can see in this video, I have some of shrimplets very happy and feeding on the food. So this is only a part of my tanks. And I think that following these rules let me achieve nice goals and let me achieve good results in my shrimp tanks. So guys, I hope this video was useful for you. If it was, please leave a thumb up, subscribe, hit that bell button. It will help me a lot. You can share this video if you find it can help it can be a help to other people. But I would like to ask you if you have some question about keeping shrimps, about my breeding facility, about myself. If you want to get if you want to get know to me a bit better, please feel free to ask under this video. If we will get enough of questions, I will try to make an Q&A video, or maybe a live stream where I will answer to your questions. So I think that this ends the topic. Hope you like the video. So keep on shrimping, guys, and till the next video. See you.